Alright, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the first save, a TEW 9, spun randomly by our randomizer wheel. It is 5-Star Supreme Wrestling, and it has been a while since I've even really fucked with this company, because in 2016 I didn't play it because they were in the Modern Japan movement, and in 2020 I just never played them because I never really got around to it. I can't even remember if they were in the Modern Japan movement in 2013. So yeah, just it has been a while. I've kept up with their canon somewhat, and but in terms of like actually playing with them, this is gonna be my first proper save with this company, maybe ever. Because if they were in the Modern Japan movement in 2013, then I definitely didn't play with them. And I am just imagining ever having a save with them. Or maybe I started a save and didn't even book a show because I'm like, oh, it's I don't want to deal with the Modern Japan movement. I didn't have anything against it. It was just weird that the only Joshi company was running TV only. Like, for a company like WLW and even Wexiv, to me, Warrior Engine, sorry. I'll say that a couple times. I pronounce certain companies weird. I pronounce Burning Hammer. I read it as Boat Hog, so if you ever hear me say Boat Hog, that's what I mean. Same thing with Warrior Engine. I read WEXXV out loud. I'll call it Wexiv. So yeah. But if you'll notice, the title for this series is a little weird. It's gonna be something, I don't have it fully planned out, but it's gonna be something called like American Influence 5-Star Supreme Wrestling. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It'll be a variation of that. And that is because I've recently got into this, obsession's the wrong word, but this role-playing mechanic where every time I start up a Cornelver save, I like to replace who the head booker is just to add my own little spin to it. And as much as I love Devil Karubi, I don't know why I had to pronounce it like a weeb, but I don't... As much as I love Devil Karubi, I wanted to keep that going. I did the same thing. I'm doing the same thing in Black Canvas in 2020 with Mabuchi Furusawa being the head booker. And I was looking through the roster. I'm like, okay, who all in this roster has good booking skills? And I came across Miss Paige Croft. 71 booking skill and a 12 booking reputation. So she has the skills to do it, but nobody knows it yet. And I wouldn't say that 5-Star are, like, dying. They're not even close to dying. They're not even, like, performing poorly, per se. But in the canon, they joined the Modern Japan movement to help their funds at the time, and then eventually reverted back to regular touring after the tsunami. And they've also closed down their dojo, which is kind of a shame, because I wanted some new gens. So that's going to be like one of our first goals here, is to not necessarily reboot the 5-Star Supreme Wrestling Dojo, but make a new one. And I would like to have that done before the end of the year, because I don't know how our financials are going to go. I like I said, I wanted to go into this save blind, per se, not just with the roster, but in terms of TEW 9 in general. I haven't really touched this game since that demo stream, so this is really going to be my trial save. If we go out of business, boys, we're going out of business. No, if we go out of business, if we get in the red, then I'll give myself a lifeline. I'll have one of those unemployed billionaires fucking buy out the company and set us right back to 100K for the rest of the save. So, but yeah, so we're calling it American Influence because, believe it or not, guys, I am American, and I'm influencing this Joshi promotion through Paige Croft here, who will be the head booker. And like I for those of you that didn't watch the Black Canvas save, another thing for role playing that I like to do is I like to give, every time I replace a head booker, I like to get wrong button. Do we not have a broadcasting deal? Oh, brutal. Oh, brutal. Okay, sorry. I just got really distracted. What was I doing? Backstage. I like to give, I used to do Simmering Tension, they have removed simmering tension. The lowest negative you can have is strong dislike. So I like to give myself a little strong dislike with the previous head booker. So just kind of as a little role-playing thing. I saw someone on the forum say that they do that, and now I do it. So there we go. So yeah, but in terms of the roster, I'll go through them real quick. This episode, by the way, I'm getting ready to record. Like, again, I wanted to do all the setup with you guys to do this blindly. But then I look and I'm like, wait a minute, our next tour day is number 5. How many do we have? 8? No, we have 6. So fuck it, we're just gonna do these 3 shows in this episode. I'm not gonna have it edited like Black Canvas where I just go through day by day even when there's no shows. I will cut straight to booking the tour dates for this save, because instead of having the tours on one episode and the pay-per-view on another, for this save I want to try something slightly different where I go full who does it this way? Who does it? Oh my god, the big YouTuber, the fucking, like, Max Marvelous. I know he did his All Japan save like this, where he just has the full tour and pay-per-view in one video. So I want to try doing it his way. So, I mean, yeah, shout out to Max Marvelous, I guess. I think he's got, like, 2,000 more subs than me. I don't think he needs this shout out, but I like him a lot. So, yeah, let's quickly just look through the roster. I'll let you guys know. I know these two. I know these two very well. Shiori is active in Japan. Or shit, she was active in America in the last game, so I'd sign her if I had women. I know these two. These two are the GOATs. I'm going to keep them at the top of the company. I also know Heart Saito is not a star. Okay, that caught me off guard. Heart Saito will become a star before long. Some of these stars, I do know Fuyuko. Fuyuko was also active. She's still active in America in this game. So Fuyuko will get pushed because I know who she is. I don't actually... She reminds me of Mio Momono. So, she reminds me of Natsuko Tora. I do know her too. I don't think she was active. She is active in the U.S. I lied. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't really know this roster that well, so it's going to be a lot of, like, the few girls that I do know. Maya. I don't know if she's good, though. I've never really... Oh, she's good. Okay, yeah, Maya's good. I don't really know this roster that well, so it's just going to turn into who do I start vibing with in terms of that. So, 2020 didn't really have a lot of pre-setup that you needed to do, but I did want to appoint booking team members while I was here with you guys, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay. I mean, I can piss myself off. I don't care. Would that... I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's like an oversight or if shit's gonna happen from that. Oh, American influence girl. I think she's not even American. No, she's English. And she's also in EWA. Gross. I don't think I can put... I don't want her in here anyway. I think we got maybe I should have another person. Who else is... Kade's got 68. So, and she's got a good... Okay, yeah, that's going to be our booking team. Because I did notice when I played the demo that if you have too many people, you do actually get a penalty for having too many people. I don't know what probationary period means. So I'll look into that. I don't want to go through it. I'm not looking right now. I'll look at that later. Alright, so I did that. I don't think we'll have a figurehead yet. No way. I don't know how figurehead hair works. Significantly overshadowed. So I think this is made for if you already have one. Yeah, okay, never mind then. Alright, inner circle. Yuma's a locker room leader. This one I only like to have each. I don't like to double up people too much because it's weird. Oh, we only have one fucking referee. Oh, we're gonna need to hire. Let me get a notepad going, boys. Alright, we're gonna need more referees. And I'll do the signings off screen. I'll just let you guys know who I pick up. So we have a play-by-play guy who is good enough. That's fine. That's fine. Are either of you actually that good? We'll find out. If we get penalties, we'll just get some new commentators. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I want to put them both on just in case. So, already there. Perfect. Referees, yeah, we need more referees. And how many agents do we have? We have 3. And you basics it's slightly different than last. Okay, you're perfect. You're gonna be perfect, and you're gonna be perfect. All right, I think we're good on road agents. I think if we grow in size and I need longer shows, then that'll become a problem, and we'll get some more. But other than that, we're good there. So yeah, but back to the inner circle. Like I was saying, I like to try and not double up unless I absolutely have to. I don't know why, just for fun. So, how good is my referee? Because I'm afraid, I read this in the diary, that whoever the best referee is will get angry if they're not the senior referee. He's got a 79, so I'm going to hire more, so that's going to be the only one I don't touch yet. Senior road agent can be, I don't think I can make it the owner. Yeah, I can't. So, Devil's gonna have to take on that role. Head men's train. Well, we don't have any men. Who wants to be the head trainer? No. So I need somebody that has decent role and at least 7, because if they have 5, it means they won't do too well for us. Kit would be fine. You can't fucking train for shit. Maya wouldn't be bad. Shiori would be good, but I might want to save her for locker room leader. Should I do I don't know which one I want to do first. Let me get a chief enforcer first, because I think I need at least one. Shiori wanna... No, I should pick somebody. She is one of the toughest people, but has too low of a level of respect. She is one of the toughest people, she has too low of a level. Alright, that's just beautiful. One of the toughest, lowest level. Bad luck with this. One of the toughest people, low level. Jeez Louise. Oh, that sounded... I've never said that before, man. Quite a few people, lots, quite a few. One of the toughest, I think, yeah. Alright, I guess we're not having any chief enforcers. Maybe I'll try to sign somebody who, is tough, I guess. Look for chief enforcer, I'll put. Chief enforcer type, I'll put, and then need high toughness. Alright. If I find anyone, I'll let you guys know. Head of talent relations, Devil would be good for this, but we already picked somebody. So... we could pick the announcer, maybe. Maybe Kit, though. Maybe Kit. We'll make Kit. Okay, thank God. I thought somebody got mad. Morale officer. Ooh, here we go. You're too young. I don't want to... Not the best, well-suited. Kinye. I know Kinye from north of the border. Kinye might have to do it. Not ideal, well-suited. Maya morale officer. Oh, dude, this fucking crazy bitch. Oh, my Mio Momono. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're gonna make everybody so much happier. I could tell she's got, like, energy and shit. Saving senior referee, head women's trainer. Yuma, but she's already a locker room leader. 6 students. Togu. Shiori would be... I might want to save her. I'm going to come back to this one because I want to see if anybody else has would be well suited to be a locker room leader. Kit, but we already have her doing something else. Megumi Nakajima, all right. I'm trusting you, girl. Megumi, all right. Sensation, I can't, of course. Shiori should probably be... I think just for, like... I feel like just for role-playing, her and Yuma are the 2 highest people on the cards, and they both can do it. I feel like we kind of have to make her a locker room leader. I mean, like, because she probably is, if we're being honest. So head women's trainer, then we will do... Yuko doesn't have enough people well suited. God, no. Stalwart. Maya, dude, Maya keeps showing up to the point where I kind of just want to give her it because I keep saying, oh, she could be good for this, and then I never pick her, so I feel bad now. She does not have enough skill. Heart? Oh, dude, I'm sorry, Maya. Maya's been getting passed on in every single category, and I've already internally chosen the travel organizer if he can... Yeah, I feel like the announcer would be the best person for that. All right, so I know that took a minute, but, you know, I wanted to set it up with you guys. So this is what our inner circle is looking like. Hopefully that doesn't backfire on me. I am afraid it will. So our product is Fast and Furious, which means that... matches less than 15 minutes will not be able to achieve world-class scores. Okay, so this is something that I'm going to test with on our first pay-per-view because in BCG, this meant fans expect important matches to be quite lengthy. This meant that anybody who was a star or major star had to be in a 20-minute match or else the match would get a penalty. So... But however, with BCG's product, it would say matches less than 20 minutes would not be able to achieve world-class scores. So I'm going to test on the pay-per-view. I'm going to have one match that involves a star or major star go only 15 minutes to see if we get that penalty. Because I want to test if that number depends on what... If the number for lengthy matches depends on this number or if it will always be 20 minutes. So, cool. No cheap finishes. That makes sense. This is Japan. No cinematic. Death matches will be penalized. Oh, man, what are we going to do? We could do cages and ladders, so that could be fun. Angles need to be short or they'll lose the crowd. Okay, so that's just all angles. But, again, we're in Japan, so I really wasn't going to have too many long angles. My whole cheese angle strategy is completely screwed over in this one. So, gimmicks will not be necessary. We need to have one steal the show, and that's all we need. Thank God I don't need a technical masterclass. Oh my God. The economy does not have an impact upon merch sales. That is the most realistic thing I have ever read in this game, is that the Joshi promotion, there will still be horny old men to buy the merch, even if the economy is fucked. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Some heat for unmaskings. All right, so we got a good product, I think. We got a good product. We don't have any stables, so we are going to be adding some of those. You know me, I love my stables in Japan. Team sub, fuck yeah. Who are my champions? So my world champion is, holy shit, it's Mio. Oh my God, Mio Momono. Welcome back. I gotta learn her name or else I'm gonna keep calling her Mio Momono. Miwako Katsukawa. Miwako Katsukawa, I see big things in this girl. I really do. I really do. The Triangle Championship is not a trios title. Okay. It's a triple threat title. Okay. Okay. I like that. It's gimmicky, but I like it. Our tag champs are Talia Quinzel and Selena Oh, Jesus Christ. Zvalete. It's either Zvalete or Zvalette. Don't know. And we have the Joshi Grand Prix every July, the Tag Grand Prix every November, and our All-Asian champion, which I'm guessing is just, the mid-card belt, is Monster Ishimura. Okay. Alright. I like these champions. I don't know her too well, so that's a risk. You never know. I got Fog of War on for my first ever YouTube save, so we'll see how she does. Alright, cool. Tournaments, commentary, broadcasting. Is there anybody that wants us? No? Fuck me. Will anybody take us? Medium, small. Like, I'm checking if I just need to upgrade some production, because that happens sometimes, where there will be people that will take you. Out the gate, you just gotta upgrade some production. So I'm gonna, internally, I gotta keep track. So All Japan will take us. Okay, I'm sorry, All Japan just caught me off guard. All Japan will take us when we're small. Japanese Sports Vision 3 will take us if we're small. I got a feeling J Network East, we gotta be small. Medium. So it's not looking like we're gonna be able to get on TV instantly. But, oh shit, here we go. That's why we check. I'll shut up. Hired Pro. I'm gonna look again, because I will end up upgrading the wrong thing. I wasn't expecting this. Broadcast quality needs to be Hired Pro. Okay, cool, and now let's get on TV. Alright, thank God. Alright, because this is gonna help us grow a lot faster. I want to do 6-month deals. We'll do... Are these fucking TV shows? Do we have TV shows on reserve? Oh, right. I was just talking about the Modern Japan movement. Yeah, no, we're not going on TV, bud. Broadcasting, Shotgun. We'll just get some tour highlights for 6 months, I'm feeling. They don't want that time slot. What about... Late night? Ooh, I don't want that. That's all I get. Alright. Oh, God, we're gonna pay a lot of fucking money? Oh, we're going Graveyard, I guess. I'm not paying $30K a show. Hell no. Alright, Graveyard for 6 months. And then for events, I'm only gonna make this 3 months, because I want to be able to get on a pay-per-view broadcaster ASAP. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to grow from tiny to small, but I believe one of these guys, one of these pay-per-view guys, maybe I was hallucinating, but I believed one of these pay-per-view guys would take small. Alright, I guess I was smoking that good shit, never mind. Regardless, I'll want to renegotiate for events as soon as I can. For like a company like All Japan. Again, wild name. But yeah, we're on TV now, boys. Let's go. Pre-booking. We have no absences, no starting injuries. Our locker room is alright. Child company info. So how long would it take? I don't know if I want to fuck with geotags. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. I know it's just cosmetic, but I don't understand geotags, and I don't care to learn, to be honest. So how long would it take to invest in a training facility? So the cheapest one we can get would be $50,000. It might be worth just getting the bare bones one and just upgrading as much as we can. but I want to make $50,000 before I do that. So that's going to be our first like goal of the save, is once we hit 50K, or I guess 150K, we will launch a new dojo that we can get workers from. So, and then we're going to get owner goals. I will show that because it's tomorrow night, and I wanted to get a referee. Oh, I won't be able to sign one anyway. So yeah, we're going to hit small pretty fast. I didn't even think of that. I should have checked before negotiating any TV deals, but we can have tours on shotgun for an extra 5 months that we don't need. It's fine. So yeah, let's simulate one day and see what these owner goals are, and then I will get into booking the first show. There will be a cut. I won't go straight into it. Like I said, I'm going to look for an enforcer type and a referee before I start the show, and I also need to book. My booking process is very silent, and it won't be interesting to watch. So I'll do that off screen too. So yeah, I'm just making sure nothing else happened. New goals, that's right. I just said we're going to simulate a day to look at goals, and I forgot. Okay, so no brawlers and no psychopaths. Alright, and we can't fall below tiny. I think we'll be fine. We might go bankrupt, but we ain't falling below tiny. There's nothing else that I'm thinking of, so let's just straight up, let's get into our first 3 shows of the save. Alright, so we are here backstage for our first tour show, and good news and bad news. Good news is I found a referee that we are negotiating with. Coin Momotani is his name. He seems cheap. He doesn't seem horrible, and he's not going to cost us that much, so we're going to negotiate with him. Unfortunately, though, I did look as hard as I could for anybody with decent, high, not even decent. They needed really high toughness and decent respect. And other than like retired Pride guys that we'd be paying out of the asshole for, there was nobody available because the only person that would have fit was Zovia Yankovic from EWA, and her personality just didn't match. So we're just going to run no chief enforcers. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. But to make these tour shows go quicker, I actually do have everything pre-booked, and I think I'm going to do that going forward in this series. Now, if you're wondering, like, oh, 64, why do you have the whole show pre-booked, but we're still here and you need to put everything into the card? And that is because the new thing in TEW 9, or one of the new major things, is they have really revamped the pre-show, how do I want to say? I guess just the pre-show setup to the point where I feel like for a YouTube save, it will be worth recording it for you, especially in Japan. If this becomes like less of a necessity or anything you guys want to see, then I'll cut it out and then we can just get straight into the tour shows. But I have everything pre-booked in order, so it wouldn't take that long to book the show. So I think it's worth it to get the whole experience with these pre-shows. So give them the night off. We're not going to be giving anybody the night off. I just gave one of the Young Lions a night off by accident. Fuck. I pressed the wrong button. Welp. That's fine. At least it was the Young Lion. Fuck, that's fucked up. Can I undo that? God damn, alright. Fuck me. Alright, I accidentally gave someone the night off. Well, she's not developing as fast as the other Young Lions. Alright. Oh well, poor girl. We are not drawing that big of a crowd. Just go with the generic venue. We had no pre-show incidents, but we did have a couple locker room incidents. Okay. So this is funny because I actually looked at her while I was looking for chief enforcers, And I'm like, you know what? She couldn't do it anyway. But I'm like, oh, she would be a good name to bring in. And then literally in her bio, it's like, she chose to leave 2020. She chose to leave 5-star in 2020. So it's like, well, I don't want to bring her in. And now she's all of a sudden here wanting to come back. But you know what? I don't care. You can come back. That's fine. Yuma Mayura came to you backstage and says that she thinks Monster Ishimura has a bright future and she's willing to put her over. Okay. And it'll last us till June. Okay. Cool. That's perfect. Heart Saito was doing pre-show drills. Cool. Several people have remarked that Miwako has been hanging out with Emiko recently and that she is starting to have an influence on her. Okay, cool. Odaka was in fine form before the show with hilarious road stories. Cool. Oh my god, a bunch of positive things. How beautiful. How frigging beautiful. That never happens. Let's inspire the roster, guys. There's a 60-day waiting period? Fucking, we're waiting. Never mind. Let's try to build some team spirit. A bunch of strengthening. Oh, yeah. A lot of strengthening. Okay, beautiful. Guys, we are cooking right now. We are doing some good things tonight. All right. Add the booking sheet. That is one thing that's really bugging me. I might have to change this a little bit because that's the girl I accidentally gave the night off to. So I'm going to wait. See, good thing I fucking recorded that. All right, we'll add you. This is the only thing. Whenever you click on something new, it like overrides the whole thing, which is very annoying. I wish it would just pinpoint where I want to go. Instead of having to do that every time. Add the booking sheet. I didn't pick a winner by accident. Whoops. This was not only supposed to go 12 minutes. This was supposed to go more. I thought I 100% did this. I guess I didn't. This is going Lady Lotus. This is going 17 minutes total. You cannot call for shit. No thanks. Slow build, scripted. Yeah, book segment. Match number 5. We got a 6-woman match. Oh, that's not a match. That is an angle. Book the segment. Alright. Main event. Book the segment. Final angle. And then we have a press conference. And that will be happening on the post show. Alright, so this one I just need to remove that young lion and it is your lucky day, Asami. You are getting booked now. Good for you. And Sayuri, nope, Sayuri's a young lion. Romy is not a young lion. Boom. Alright. Romy gets the win. Yes, I'll have to I don't like that I can't delete that during the evening phase. That's quite annoying. It was like that in the last game. Alright, 112 minutes. What is our booking analysis? That's it. We're chilling. Absent workers. Excellent. Gave her the fucking night off. Alright, and Monster. I believe Monster's our all-Asian champion. Yeah, so I was looking. I did a brief look. Obviously, I did more than a brief look. I don't know why I said that. I was looking through the roster, and I do kind of like her. She's not quite seasoned yet, but she's decently over, and if she can give us even decent ratings, I feel like she's worth giving a slight push to. So maybe we actually, take Yuma up on this. Maybe not all 3, but all right, let's get into it. So we open the show with a Young Lion match. For those of you that didn't watch my Black Canvas save, my strategy for booking the young lions to get them to progress as much as I physically can before they graduate from the young lion phase is I book them on every single tour show, and in like nothing happening matches. They'll never win, and once they graduate, then they can work pay-per-views. They're not allowed to work pay-per-views, and they're not allowed to win until they are no longer young lions. So you're going to be seeing the trio of who I, again, for the millionth time, I accidentally gave her the night off, Kiyomi, and Sayuri in a trios match every single show to help both save time and get them on the card. It will always be a trios match. And tonight they lose to Romy, Rika, Rina. And yeah, match got a 49. Match got a 41. The segment got a 49. Next segment, we have Machiko Matsuda versus us, Paige Croft. The segment got a 55. Fucking Paige Croft with a 52. Beautiful. Steal the show. That's the only requirement we have is steal the show. Nice. Up next is a tag match. The Power and the Glory defeated Kade Sugiyama and Kinye Mushashibo. The two north of the border girls tonight. Match rating, the segment got a 50. Power and the Glory looked good. Kinye was the weakest link, and Thea actually had the performance of the night. Cool. Another 50 segment for Amiko Miyoshi losing to Lady Lotus. Senton Bomb after 14:38. Lady Lotus got the victory. Following that, we have... Oh, wow. What is... They are an awkward pairing together on commentary. I was very confused because I didn't read the full thing. I'm like, oh, wow, road agents can have bad No, it is an awkward pairing on commentary. Okay. Alright, we might have to get rid of one of them if that becomes a problem. I will keep both of them for the rest of the tour show because this is the first match where it's effective, but it's also the biggest match we've had so far. But in the semi-main, Shiori Japensha and Team Sub defeated Heart Saito and the Termination in 1848 when Shiori submitted Unstoppable Tai with the Japensha lock. Match got a 48, segment got a 50, and Atsuko debuted a New Hope spot. Fuck yeah, good for her. After the match, following her trio's victory, Shiori Japensha takes the time to grab the microphone and call out Yuma Mayuma, who is not there tonight. She's not booked tonight. If anyone I could have given the night off, it could have been fucking Yuma. I should have done that because that was the whole angle. She wasn't here, but whatever. She doesn't show up. This is the thing about TW9 that I noticed, is that if you put somebody off screen, it won't show you, but I definitely did. If you put somebody as an off-screen role, they will still appear here. So Yuma is not here, just letting you know. And then, so yeah, she calls out Yuma Mayuma, and Shiori wants to prove to everybody that she should be the face of the company and not Yuma. So a lot of jealousy from Shiori here, even though she is like the definite number 2. I feel like Yuma is the certain number 1 in our company right now, and Shiori wants it to be her. And in our main event, Birds of Prey, which is Fuyuko Higa and Jemi Unishi, yes. Fuyuko Higa and Jemi Unishi defeated the team of Miwako Katsukawa and Megumi Nakajima, and that means that Fuyuko pinned our world champion. Jemmy has a strong connection with our fan base. Okay, cool. Good to see. Segment got a 67, and then after the match, after pinning the champion Miwako in the main event tonight, Fuyuko Higa has earned the right to challenge for the 5-star world championship. Higa grabs the mic and lets Miwako know that she will be walking out of Reign Supreme as the champion, and Miwako simply responds with "over my dead body." And this is where this part 1 and part 2 comes in really fucking handy for me. Is in part 2, after the world title match is dealt with, Megumi Nakajima, who was not involved in the finish of the match tonight, grabs the microphone from Higa and challenges Gemi Unishi to their own singles match at the pay-per-view. Megumi wants to prove that Birds of Prey tonight was nothing more than a fluke, and Gemi gets her own mic and accepts the challenge for the pay-per-view. So yeah, the two girls that weren't involved in the finish tonight agree to have a singles match at the pay-per-view, with Megumi trying to prove that tonight was a fluke, and maybe that if she was involved with the finish, it would have ended differently. And Unishi is trying to prove the exact opposite, that tonight was a sign of things to come for the future, as Birds of the Prey will continue winning. And yeah, so that segment gets a 55, and then on our post-match press conference, again, if you haven't watched the Black Canvas save, one thing that I like to do is, Stardom in the real world does this a lot, where they'll run a lot of their angles and a lot of their talking during like a post-show press conferences, and I kind of steal that idea in terms of like after every show. It's not like a full Triple H press conference. It's like workers will come by, the higher-ups will make some announcements, certain workers will cut promos. So instead of constantly making just generic angles to fit that narrative, what I like to do is I just like to have, occasionally we see a highlight package from one of those press conferences anytime there's like a major announcement. And so this is a perfect example, is Devil Karubi announces that due to their singles match victories tonight, both Lady Lotus and Paige Croft have qualified for 5-star Triangle Championship matches, and they will get the Triangle Championship match at the pay-per-view at the end of the tour, because the Triangle Championship is only defended in 3 ways. We have 2 contenders. There we go. Championship match set for the pay-per-view. And the show gets a 65. The show benefited from having quite a wide selection of angles. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't know. If it seems like we're like shoving pre-booking, if it seems like I'm shoving pre-booking down your throat, it's because I have 2 tour shows to pre-book the whole pay-per-view. I don't have to do it this way, but you know what? Why not? Why not? So yeah, let's get into episode 2. Okay, never mind. Not night 6. We're not going to night 6. I forgot about this part too. This is just as important, not really, as the opening ones, but we made $900. Hell yeah. And we are growing in these regions, but we haven't grown any pops yet. If we actually go up in popularity, it will show us. It will say, like, I think they'll say 14 and then the greater than symbol 13 or something like that. But anytime it's just yellow, it means you did gain pop, just not enough for the number to change. And then because we are not a big company yet, we don't do a media scrum. Okay, I forgot about that. Again, there's going to be some growing pains with these first episodes. I'm still getting used to this new game. So, now let's get into Tour Episode 6. Alright, we are here for Night 6, the final night before the pay-per-view. Let me move my microphone. Sorry if that made a loud noise. I can't tell. Nothing happened in between except that Exodus made an offer to our owner to be a road agent, which is like, okay, you can do that, but she'll always pick us because she owns the fucking company. So I'm going to skip this time because I'm not having that shit happen again. I don't need to get anybody the night off. Maybe I'll do that in the future. I'll like list who I'm not booking on the card so I can just give them the night off. But for now, for this first episode, we're just going to leave it. And we're going to pick the best option again. Oh, we have some pre-show incidents this time. Despite her best efforts to make alternate agreements, Look at that. Just as I was talking about, our fucking owner couldn't make it to the show. She got stranded at the airport. Oh well. If I need an extra road agent, I will get one of the more experienced girls to do it. And locker room incidents, please, more positive stuff. Namegenda. I have everything pre-booked, and I have all my time allotted for, so there is no point in bringing her in. One of our young girls was brought to wrestler's court after making a mess, and Devil was like, can you not fucking do that? Good for her. Etsuko has been talking to Rina a lot recently, and they have having some degree and influence over her behavior. And seems to be having some degree of influence. I see. Okay, I got you. So she's trying to make her more of a positive girl. In her role as morale officer, Miwako, our world champion, tried to bring Unstoppable Tai in to train some backstage team building, but only succeeded in annoying her. Okay, great. But Hard Saito had some basics in safety for some sick students. Alright. That's not good. So we don't have anything like going on. I wonder if I can make the north of the border girls like each other. No. Okay. All right, cool. That is all that happened. All right. Add to booking sheet. Alright, so this is how we open the show with the Young Lion match. We then have Rika Rina taking on Termination. Then we have Romi Yamato versus Heart Saito. Romi Yamato makes a challenge. Tag team match preview for the triangle match as Paige Croft and Emiko take on Lady Lotus and Machiko. Trios match, champions versus non-champions. Thea, Karen, and Maya take on Monster, Thalia, and Selena. And I wonder how that match is going to turn out. I should have named that something else. Trios match here to main event the show. Blockbuster match made. I'm sure you guys can guess what that's going to be. And then we have another post-show press conference. Alright, booking analysis is good. We have a couple of people being used too much on the show. Yukiko and Karen. If I turn it all the way down to 20, will that... So that takes Yukiko off, right? Okay, so 20 minutes is their max. I think we'll be fine. The match wasn't going to be too great anyway. Maybe I did have room for that one girl. Oops. Oh, well. And then how long do I have? I only have 8 minutes. That's not enough time for a match. We'll just leave it the way it is. All right. I don't know if at our state... you know what? It's a tour show. So I don't know if at our size it will matter. So we're going to test it, actually. We're going to run it. And if we get a penalty, then we know that our size does not give us a pass. So, all right. Okay. That is our show. So we open the show with our Young Lion match getting a 52 because they're taking on Shiori and Team Sub. Naturally, that's gonna make any match do good if you take on Shiori. Right, next up, I thought I hit it. We got a 46 segment, another penalty for Devil and Ochio, but it is what it is as the Termination defeat the team Rika Rina in 11:09 when Toku pinned Rika with a spike flapjack. White hot crowd. 58 for Romi Yamato and Heart Saito, who have great chemistry. So that's good. This is a good mid-card match that we could run back in the future. Maybe even on a pay-per-view, give them some time, see what they can do with it. Segment got a 58, and then Despite a losing effort tonight, Romy Yamato grabs the microphone and tells Hart that on the last tour show, her and the team Rika Rina won their trios match, even though it was against Young Lions, and Hart Saito and the team The Termination had lost theirs, even though they had faced Team Sub and Shiori Japensa. So kind of not even matches, but she doesn't mention that part. So Romy wanting to prove that she and her team are still the better trio, despite all three girls losing tonight. Romy challenges Hart and Termination to a trios match at the pay-per-view. Hart accepts on behalf of Termination, and we have a trios match set up for the pay-per-view. Those three didn't have anything going on, so Hart just accepts. It won't cause a problem, I promise. That sounded like it was going to cause a problem. That was me literally trying to say. Never mind. Next up, 56 segment we have a fucking hot crowd tonight. Jesus. As Machiko and Lady Lotus defeat Amiko and Paige Croft in 14:49 when Lady Lotus pins Amiko with a senton bomb. This was our Steal the Show match of the night, and Machiko actually had the performance of the night. I don't have her doing anything on this pay-per-view. I might have to stop fucking putting her to the wayside going forward. Jeez. 51. 43 for the Maya and the Power and Glory versus the Tag Champs and the All Asian Champ. And I'm sure you could guess by the name of the segment that's coming up. But Maya pinned Monster Ishimura with a surprise roll-up after 19 minutes and 33 seconds, pinning the All Asian Champion. And she has a strong connection with the young female demographic, thank God. And after the match, after pinning the current 5-star All-Asian Champion in a major upset, Maya grabs a microphone and challenges Monster Ishimura to defend her championship against her at the pay-per-view. I imagine Maya's like in the middle of the ring. Monster's out of the ring fuming. She hears this. She goes into the ring. She doesn't say a word, but instead shoves Maya to the ground, grabs her belt, and walks off without giving her the title match. I just felt like that would fit Monster's character a little better than just straight up, yeah, you can have a title match. 36 for that. Maki broke her fucking jaw. That's unfortunate. Jesus Christ. Alright. And Devil and Ochio are still an awkward pairing. Despite that, Maki still had a 46. So, alright. That's a little unfortunate because the next angle, is there heat? Okay, thank God, no heat. Following that hard-fought victory tonight, Yuma in Torment and Sorrow don't get a break as Shiori Japensa immediately comes out here. After a quick back and forth on the microphone between Yuma and Shiori, the two agree to have a 3v3 match at the pay-per-view to settle who the better wrestlers are. Shiori will team up with Team Sub, and I put that Yuma will team up with Torment and Sorrow. I'm assuming she can still work through the injury. Even if she can, I might replace her. But I don't know until the pay-per-view. I'll have to see who we have on the card and who we don't. If we don't have anybody of name value on the card, the poor girl, I'm going to have work through her fucking injury. I've done that before with Bunraku Kantori. I had him win a Grand Prix with a broken jaw on an offline save. So, Maki, you're going to have to step up maybe. That got a 59, though. And then in our post-match press conference, during tonight's press conference, it is announced by Devil Karubi that due to their trios win tonight and their tag win on the last show, the Team Power and Glory will take on the Uprising for the tag team titles at the pay-per-view. And also, with Monster Ishimura within earshot, Devil also announces that Maya will receive an All-Asian title match at the pay-per-view, despite Monster blowing her off on the show. Devil explains, Maya got the pin tonight. She pinned the champion. She's earned the title match. I don't care what Monster says. I'm one of the fucking bosses around here. Monster is in earshot. She's not on screen. So once Monster hears this, she storms onto the screen to stare Devil Karubi down, but ultimately does nothing to her. Ishimura then turns to the camera and says, if that little girl wants a title match so badly, I'll make sure it's the last title match she'll ever be able to physically compete in. And there we go. Segment rating 40. I didn't pre-book any of the matches in the game, so we'll have to look at it on the pay-per-view. Let's see what happened. Injury review. She can work through it, so I don't want to make her work with it, but I don't know if we'll have anybody of name value to even just substitute in with her. I mean, like, because I think she's either a star or well-known. If we don't have any stars, I know we don't have any stars available. I booked all the stars. If we don't have any well-knowns available, then poor Maki's going to have to work with her jaw broken. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm challenging myself quite a little bit here. I have Fog of War on, which I normally don't have. I have Left Off the Show complaints on, which I normally don't have. The only thing that I don't have equipped is, I have the default settings, but I think I can't remember if it's a default setting or not. I don't have pre-booking mandatory because I don't think it was a default setting. And I have the dirt sheet enabled. And also in BCG, one thing that I did was I gave myself an injury cap because injuries in 2020 were just so beyond frequent to the point where it became unfun to play at some points. This save, I'm not doing that. I'm keeping injuries at medium, and I'm riding through it. Anything that happens, I have to find a way to work around it. I'm doing this for two reasons. One, because I hate myself, and two, because I do want to test if injuries are less frequent, which I don't think they are. So this is going to get really interesting with injuries. We made $1,000 on that show. We gained no pop again. We're growing, but we haven't gained pop. And yeah, that's going to do it for the final tour show before the pay-per-view. So let's get into that pay-per-view. Alright, we're here for the pay-per-view, Reign Supreme 2022. I do have everything pre-booked, but yeah, to avoid any sort of spoilers, I guess I'll run through the card first. So opening we have for the Triangle Championship, Sae. Oh man, why? I'm so confident in pronouncing these, and then the second I start to say it, I doubt myself. Sae Akutagawa defends her championship against Lady Lotus and Paige Croft. We then have, in a trios match, Heart Saito and The Termination facing Romi Yamamoto and Rika Rina. Next, for the 5-star Supreme Tag Team titles, we have the Uprising defending against The Power and the Glory. Then, for the 5-star All-Asian title, Monster Ishimura defends her title against Maya. Next is a singles match between Gemi Onishi and Megumi Nakajima. Then in the semi-main, it is Shiori Japensa and Team Sub versus Yuma Mayuma and Yu Hashimoto and a woman to be determined due to someone's injury. I did indeed find someone to replace Maki. And then in our main event, for the 5-star World Championship, Mawako Katsukawa defends her championship against Fuyuko Higa in a match that will probably steal the show. So yeah, I am going to give the Young Lions the night off, and that's all I'm going to do. Again, for this first episode, I want to try to not fuck over myself. So, should I give Maki the night off too? Yeah, I'll give Maki the night off too. But that's it. No one else. No one else gets the night off. The rest of you gotta fucking work. Alright. Pick the best option. Finalize broadcasters. Use this one. Alright, beautiful. Booking team meeting. Okay. So we didn't get too much creative energy. But not a bad haul today. I think I think I spend it on a creative finish. I think I do. All right. A bit of a gamble. All right. Bit of a gamble, and it expires April 15th, 2022. All right. I don't know if I should go with that one then. It is a bit of a gamble. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll use it tonight. I think, you know what? Maybe I'll have it go on the opener. If it's a gamble, I'll put it on the opener tonight. Locker room incidents. Hart Saito worked on basics and safety for 4 students. Good for you. Kinye Mushishibo and Yukiko Matsumara are now travel buddies. Good for them. Monster Ishimura and Fuyuko Higa had to be separated after an argument. Oh, beautiful. Oh, thank God. Me and my world champion have been getting on well. Oh, thank fucking God. Onishi was in fine form before the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with road stories. Thank you. And we had some good shit tonight. I don't know if I want to use Inspire if it's got a 60-day thing. Is anybody mad? No one's mad at each other. Let's do some more team bonding. Yeah, some more strengthening the relationship. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Hell yeah. So we're doing pretty decently on the backstage front. All right, so let's add to booking sheet. Let's add that creative finish to the opener. Hopefully that works out for us. All right, match 2. I'm going to try and do this fast so that you guys don't see who wins. Yeah, so this match is going to suck because even though I'm like, oh, I might try to push Monster, she can't work 15-minute matches, and she's a star, so she needs to be working 20s. Or she might be, I should say. Again, this is the match that we're testing, if we can do 15 with a star involved or not. So who knows what I'm going to do with Monster if she can't get her cardio up. Just saying. Alright, 22 minutes seems right. 4-minute angle seems right. And the next match, I'm trying to do this so fast. 27 minutes is good. This should be 4 minutes. That's correct. Main event, I have 26 minutes. And post-match, we have a press conference again. Book that. Nobody look. I'm just making sure. All right, beautiful. And that is all 150 minutes. What is our booking analysis? Coin has a little too much refereeing to do. Then don't. Oh, speaking of, I should make my... Now that I have a different referee, let me get my senior referee in there. Get him a little happier. All right. I think we're good. Pay-per-view time. Let's run it. Let's see how this post-match angle... Not post-match angle. The creative finish was a success. It was but it was too much of a risk. It turned out to be a success, but it was too much of a risk for me to want to deal with. So that did help our opener, where Sae Akutagawa, I think that's right. I'm pronouncing it very stuttery because I'm not confident. Sae Akutagawa defended her triangle championship against me and Lady Lotus. I wanted to put my user character in here. This is like a complete role-playing thing just for me. I was like, I want to put my user character in here. I want to book myself into the match, but I want to book myself to lose to kind of show everybody backstage, like, hey, I'm not going to turn this into a fucking, political race or anything. This is how things are going to go. I'm going to push myself if I've earned it, if I'm over with the fans. And, there. I wanted to just, prove to everyone that we're not going to Hogan this fucking thing. But yeah, so Sae and Lady Lotus both had a 49. Pretty good way to start the show. 58. Our crowd heat is hot and rising. I am happy with that. In a decent match, we had Heart Saito and the Termination defeating the team of Romy, Rika, Rina in 13-13 when Heart Saito pinned Rina Kasahara with a Flying Tiger knee. This match was too short. I'm sorry? Who is... She became a star within the fucking... Alright, well, we know how that test match is gonna go then. I didn't know Hart became a star already. Beautiful to see. You'll love to see that. Up next for the tag team titles, the Uprising, they retain the tag team titles, defeating the Power and the Glory in 1409. Thalia pinned Karen with the Rising Tide. Segment got a 55. Very hot crowd right now. And yeah, this match was way too short for the eyes of the audience. Okay, so we do know for certain that the limit is 20, no matter what. So, yeah. But, by the way, Maya defeating Monster Ishimura in 1446 by submission with the triangle choke, and Maya gets the 5-star All-Asian title. Segment got a 46. She has a little celebration afterwards. She's won the title for the first time in her career. Segment got a 39. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to push Monster. The whole reason that I gave Maya the title was because I wanted to give Monster a world title match, like, in the near future, just to see how she would do. But I think I'm going to have to nix those plans until Monster can get her cardio up. Like, I'm not even kidding. The whole point of Maya winning this belt was to get the title off of Monster Ishimura so she could move on to better things. But now I don't know. So... yeah, Maya is your new 5-star All-Asian champion. Up next is 69 match. That's a fucking good fucking match. Jemmy and Megumi have a fucking classic. It goes 20 minutes and 11 seconds when Megumi Nakajima picks up the victory, proving herself correct that that one tag match was indeed a fluke, or at least in Megumi's case, it was a fluke, and she is the better wrestler tonight, at least, over Onishi. We then have a quick promo from Yuma Maruya where she announces that, let me read what I wrote. I type all this shit out and then I'm not reading it. After suffering a broken jaw on the last show, Maki Yoshifumi will not be participating in the 3v3 tonight and instead will be replaced by Eri Sato. Maya makes note that Maki demanded that she still compete with the injury, but Maya forced her to stay home. I wanted to add that little part in there to make it seem less like Maki was trying to hide, and it was, that we didn't want her to work injured. So the story is that Maki wanted to work, but Yuma refused to let her even come to the show. So, yeah, segment got a 36, and then the trios match, it gets a 66 rating. The wrestling got a 56. However, despite Yuma finding a suitable replacement for Maki, Shiori Japensha and Team Sub still get the victory in 23:59 when Shiora submits Yuma herself. She locked in the Japensha leg lock and gets the victory, defeating the face of 5-star. And yeah, actually, Atsuko had the performance of the night, but I think that's because she's getting a bit of a buff right now. But Shiori had a better performance than Yuma, too. I think Yuma knows it. She's trying to put over other women already, which is not good. I wanted to give her a fucking strong run, but again, who knows how this save's going to turn out. Despite... I put pinning. I should have fucking known. Despite making Yuma tap out herself, Shiori was still not satisfied. She grabbed the microphone and said, "While I proved tonight that I was the better wrestler than Yuma, I still do not feel like I have become the face of 5-star, like I rightfully deserve to be. So I may have to deface the current poster child to do so." Then without warning, Shiori and Team Sub begin beating down the losers and intentionally begin targeting Yuma's face. And then eventually, Megumi Nakajima, who just won the previous match, makes a surprise appearance and gets Yuma the hell out of there. We do not know yet why Megumi saved Yuma. We will find out later. So, stay tuned. 52 for that segment. And then in our main event, 67 rated match. The fucking commentary were an awkward pairing, but I don't care. Miwako Katsukawa makes the first defense of the 5-star World Championship, defeating Fuyuko Higa in 24 minutes and 6 seconds with the Katsukawa Bomb. Wrestling got a 66. The segment in total got a 67. Good main event to end the show. And then during tonight's press conference, Megumi Nakajima explains that when she first joined 5-star, many people told her she wouldn't last and that she'd never make a living in wrestling. But Yuma was the first person to not only go out of her way to help her improve, but to also be her friend. And despite the fact that these two have probably faced off one-on-one in tags many times over the past decade and a half, there was always an underlying respect and friendship between these two that they put aside to face each other. And Megumi says that without Yuma, she probably would have proved all the haters right, and that she won't let anybody disrespect her the way that Shiori was disrespecting Yuma. And that is why Megumi made the save, adding some storylines. The show it benefited. We had such a wide variety of angles. Hell yeah. 66 for the pay-per-view. I'm very happy with how this turned out. What happened in the locker room? I didn't keep track of who did the best. Brutal. I think it was Etsuko did the best. I can't remember. I think I'm wrong, but... And then I think Fuyuko had... I think that's right. If not, we're close. So, yeah. No injuries, thank God. We made $955. Okay. Alright. That's not what I was hoping. That's not all what I was hoping for. And we started gaining some pop around Kansai. So that's good. And we don't have a media scrum because we are not a medium-sized company yet. Which is a bit of a shame. I do wish that you could have media scrums even if you're not a major company, but it makes total sense why you can't. So yeah, that's going to do it for the first episode of 5-star. I'm sorry if this episode seemed a little rushed. I spun that wheel, and then I fucking really, really wanted to just start the save as soon as I could. So, yeah, that is not good. We are losing money, man. We are losing money. Ticket sales are not ticketing. Oh, brutal. Alright. We only made $900 on that fucking show. That is crazy. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, Adam Ryland did say it was going to be harder to make money. In this game, and I gotta find some new cheese strategies for you guys. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all come back for our next tour show, which is the Women of Wrestling Tour. We don't have anything set up, but we do have some storylines starting, already developing, and we'll continue moving forward.